Welcome back to the big one, the final of Britain's Got Talent 2019.
Next up tonight is the magician who won semi-final number 4. And take it from me, this guy never stops performing tricks.
Too right. For instance, last Sunday night he snuck into Simon Cowell's dressing room and made the buttons from his shirts disappear.
All the way down to there. All the way down to there.
It's Ben Hart.
I'm Ben Hart, and I'm a magician. Some of my earliest memories are with magic. There was a magic book in my local library that I used to keep checking out all the time. That's where I got my love of how simple a secret can be and how amazing the magical effect can be. I went straight out of school into being a magician. I started out working in nightclubs for tips. It is not easy making your living as a magician, but to win Britain's Got Talent would just be the best proof that I've been doing the right thing.
The most magical moments in our lives are the smallest moments.
I was very nervous for the semi-finals. There was so much on the line for me doing magic on live TV. In magic, if you make a mistake, there's no magic. So yeah, there was so much at stake.
The winner of tonight's semi-final, Ben Hart!
I've been doing magic all my life, all been building up to this moment. My dream has always been to share my magic with the most people possible, and Britain's Got Talent is the perfect opportunity for that.
The best pieces of magic, just like the best stories, have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And seeing as we're at the end of my Britain's Got Talent journey, I thought I would tell you about my beginnings in magic. And it all began with a story that my grandfather told me about his childhood growing up as he did in India. Now, the story begins like any good story a grandfather might tell a grandson. He said, Ben, first I will require your imagination. So I gave him my imagination. He said, Ben, when I was about your age, we witnessed the heaviest monsoon season in 1,000 years, where the raindrops were so big they were the size of mangoes, and the streets had all turned to rivers. One day, when I was sheltering beneath a canopy, I met a traveling magician, and he did something truly impossible. Something so impossible, you will hardly believe me when I tell you, because I can hardly believe it myself. He had a fan of playing cards, and he waved his hand in front of the cards, and the cards appeared to shrink. Now, I can't tell you now exactly whether the cards shrank or whether maybe his hands just grew, but they did appear to be smaller. And he waves his hands again, and now they're just the size of rose petals. And he waves his hands again, and now they're just the size of blossom. And one at a time, the hair stands up on the back of my neck. He waves his hands again, and now they're just the size of grains of rice, and then sand, and then just dust, and then atoms that he sprinkles into the rising floodwater. And before I get a chance to look back, he has disappeared off into the rain. Now, this story had such a huge impact on a young me getting into magic. I was so taken by it because it was so vivid in my imagination. Now, in order for me to share that with you, you'd have thought I'd need big Hollywood special effects. But it turns out all I will require are your imaginations. It's monsoon season,